If you're looking for a place to buy or sell your FIFA 23 Ultimate Team coins, check out u4gm.com as a reliable place to do so and use code ELYTE, E-L-Y-Y-T, for 5% off at checkout. Today, I'm going to be highlighting the 5 worst things about FIFA 23. And if you've ever felt scammed by EA, if you've ever felt rage while playing FIFA, or you feel like FIFA is becoming something that we don't even recognize anymore, well, this is a video you do not want to skip. FIFA Ultimate Team was created in FIFA 09 as DLC content. You had to buy it in addition to FIFA 09, which isn't surprising knowing EA. And that's not the only problems that FIFA Ultimate Team has caused with DLC content, but we'll get into FIFA points later. After a couple years, a creator known as KSI started popularizing the game and blowing up on YouTube.
He looks just like Dogba! Look, stop looking at the pace and look at their skill.
Okay, that guy's fast.
I mean, FIFA isn't just based on pace. Okay, maybe it kind of is.
JJ, not much has changed there in the last 11 years. And soon after that, a bunch of other content creators started getting big as well. Some who are still around in the FIFA community to this day, such as Castro, Nepenthes, Zoeback, Bateson, Nick28T, etc. So many different creators who are still around making FIFA content today started blowing up. And in fact, in the USA, FIFA started becoming bigger as well. And before that, there was really limited knowledge of European leagues or just professional football in general. And without it, I definitely wouldn't have such an extensive knowledge of the game or of all these different leagues, all these different players throughout the last decade without FIFA. So when I'm slating EA and slating FIFA throughout this video, just know that there's always going to be a spot deep down in my heart for FIFA because it has had an overall, I guess, positive impact, at least in the first few years of playing it. But over the course of the last couple of years, and especially in FIFA 23, things have taken a very sharp downward spiral. And the first thing that needs to be addressed as one of the worst things in FIFA is FIFA points. FIFA points have become even more of an issue than they already were. Of course, there's always that joke of the kids stealing the credit card and buying $800 worth of FIFA points. And of course, that has happened. There's definitely accounts of that dating all the way back into the early years of FIFA Ultimate Team. But I felt like it was somewhat few and far between in terms of life-changing instances of just submitting your bank account into FIFA points as a gambling addiction. But it's become more than an addiction. EA are preying on even their esports players for FIFA points. You cannot even become a better player at the game and actually compete at a high level without spending a ton of money on players so that you can actually compete with those other professionals who have the better players. Now, I have a good friend. His name is Mike LaBelle, great content creator, actually a former professional FIFA player himself, was a part of that esports scene, and he was at the most recent esport event. And his question to all of the professionals was, how many FIFA points had they spent so far in the year? And please note that this was in a pretty early part of FIFA. This was still 2022. So let's go ahead and see how many FIFA points had been spent by some of these players.
I think it's around.
Let's start at the beginning. Hold on. That might be a spoiler for that guy.
5K.
Between 2,000 and 3,000 euros.
Nothing.
Nothing, just RTG.
0. I respect that.
I don't know, 600K maybe.
600,000.
500,000.
Around 6K euros. Not that much, like 250K.
I think it's around.
Not that much. By the way, not that much equates to just about, 2,000 euros. Not that much. He's on the lower end. Only an investment of 2,000 euros. That's it. That's all.
600K.
450? 450K?
Don't know the exact amount of FIFA points, but it's probably around £4,000.
How many FIFA points have you spent?
So let's say the average there was probably about 5,000 euros spent. You could be the best player in the world, but if all you can afford is a 91 rated Messi instead of his team of the year, well, you're not going to be making that next playoff series for money. While if you take a look at other games like Prime Fortnite, there was a new best in the world every couple of months, well, because everybody had an even playing field. If you don't have upwards of $3,000 to spend on packs at the beginning of the year, then you're already behind on the first qualifiers of the year. So you're not going to qualify. You're not going to get the publicity that comes with it. You're not going to get those limited winnings to hopefully pay for some of the FIFA points you invested in at the beginning of the year. At that point, you're just trying to win at these esport events just to try to get your money back from what you invested in it. But they're not just preying on those who want to be competitive in the game or play in the esports. They're preying on any poor soul who might just get hooked with a gambling addiction, because FIFA points and these packs, these random packs, are going to absolutely drain some people's bank accounts. And in the end, we've all heard of those stories of the kid who stole their parents' credit card and bought a ton of FIFA points to try to pack that Team of the Year Messi. And well, we talked about that pack weight in a video a couple days ago, and we're going to reiterate that here in a few minutes. But they're taking it to another level this year with some of these packs. Now, as you can see, this first pack, 50,000 coins and 1,000 FIFA points, it's a standard rare players pack that we've seen for the last 10 years. Ever since I've started playing FIFA, this is what a 50k pack has cost, 50,000 coins and 1,000 FIFA points, which you can equate to about 5,000 coins per 100 FIFA points. It's about $1 for 500 or 5,000 coins. And then if you look at the 100k pack at the end, it's the exact same thing. They just double it. So that is kind of the ratio of FIFA points to coins that we have gotten used to. And while it has varied a little bit when you look at 45k packs and 35k packs, sometimes it doesn't match up perfectly. In general, it has matched up at least to some close extent. But this year, not so much. With some of these new special promo packs, they have made it cheaper with FIFA points. And you might say, well, that is a step in the right direction. But if you take a look at the coins, you can see what they're trying to do here. If you look at some of these packs right here, this 80,000 coin pack, it contains 10 rare gold players, with one of them guaranteed to be 85 and higher, which is basically the same as a 50k pack. But they add a future swaps token. These tokens, if you're unfamiliar with, are things that you can grind the game, do objectives, and actually play the game to earn these rewards, and they don't cost a thing for you, and you can actually get some of the cool packs in return. But that doesn't make them any money, and EA can't be having that, can they? So what they've done is they've added these extra future swap tokens into the store, and if you want to get the best rewards every time and maximize the amount of future stars content with these swap tokens that you can get, well, you'd be better ready to pay some money for these, because they've made it 30,000 more coins, but half the price in terms of FIFA points, so that you would really be inclined to spend real life money to get it. They're basically saying, well, it's not worth it for coins. You better not do coins. We're going to keep the coins there, so we have an excuse. Oh, you didn't have to spend real money, but we're going to make the price so expensive and ridiculous that you really do have to spend real money to get it. Because who in their right mind is spending 80,000 coins on that pack? Nobody. So that's how they're trying to get you hooked. If you've taken a look at some of the recent content from official Viza's content, he did a 48-minute video on the problem of gambling within FIFA Ultimate Team. And as I mentioned, this is rated E for everyone in the USA, or rated, I believe it's called PG-3 in the UK, where you can be 3 years old or older to play the game. I think that's a little bit messed up. And we've already seen Belgium ban FIFA points in these packs. We're probably going to see that spread across the Europe and hopefully beyond in the next couple of years, because it is immoral and it is unethical. The power curve is a term that I've used in almost all of my trading videos this year, and I'm proud to say that I haven't spent any FIFA points over the course of the last 7 years of me playing FIFA. Ever since they added price ranges during FIFA 15, I haven't spent a single penny even buying FIFA. And I have absolutely not strayed from that since. And so I feel like I at least have a little bit more integrity to talk about these things than other YouTubers who complain about it yet spend hundreds of dollars on FIFA points every single year, if not thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars on FIFA points every single year. They do not have the same right to complain because they are the ones that are endorsing and influencing and contributing to the problems. If they're the ones buying all the FIFA points, they cannot be the ones complaining about the pack weight or complaining about the problems that FIFA points do pose to the game. But the power curve is something that affects everybody, whether you buy FIFA points or not. The power curve is basically what is the meta within FIFA and how often does that power curve change? In previous years, the power curve would not change very often. In fact, in FIFA 14, you could pack Cristiano Ronaldo's gold card or Lionel Messi or Ibra or Ribery or Robin on the first day of FIFA, and that card would still be in your starting 11 by the last day of FIFA 14. In fact, it would also still be super expensive on the game. However, there are so many different promos, so many different juiced cards, so much new content that comes out every single day, which is a blessing, but also a curse. Because then every single card that you look at is going to be outdated by the next couple of weeks. And even then, you're still getting cards that come out into FIFA that are already outdated. The Team of the Week is one thing that I will highlight with this. Team of the Week is the promo that comes out every single Wednesday. And if you packed a Team of the Week card a few years ago, it was insane. The euphoria, the feeling, the absolute magic of getting a Team of the Week card. It didn't matter which one. It was a special feeling. But now, if you take a look at the price of some of these cards that get into these Team of the Weeks, this late in the game especially, well, they're just going into those squad building challenges I just showed you, because here are the prices of the Team of the Week that has come out this week. This is the current Team of the Week. And as you can see, there's not a single card above the price of 34,000 coins, even in the starting 11. And if you take a look at the bench, it gets even worse. As you can see, if you're close to 10,000 coins, that means that you don't even sell. If you tried to list that card, it wouldn't even sell on the market. And for some of these cards, like Dante or like Martinez or Dani Olmo here, who look like they might be a little bit more expensive, well, they're actually not. These cards are just SBC fodder. They're fodder, which means that they can't go lower because they're the cheapest of that rating. If you take a look at the 88 rated cards right here, well, you have Mavididi, you have Hoffman, you have Dani Olmo, and you have Martinez, all as some of the cheapest cards in the game at that respective rating. They're not used in the game whatsoever. Nobody has these in their team. They're just used for squad building challenges. And that's it. And that's all this game has become. Even for some of these swap token packs, at this point, you're not even hoping that much that you get a card that's usable. You're not expecting to get a card that you can put into your team. Even if it's a 2x 85 plus times 10 rare player pack, 99% of players are like, well, I'll do this. Hopefully I'll get some high-rated cards for fodder so I can go out and do a squad building challenge instead. Because at least I know that this squad building challenge card that I'm going to get is going to be usable at least for the next couple weeks before it gets replaced by another version of the exact same player or a better version of some other card. At least I'll get to use that for the meantime. I'm not even looking to pack anything good because, to be honest, most of the year there's only 1 or 2 or 3 cards that you even want to get out of these packs that are even usable in the current promo, because the rest of the cards are just SBC fodder or heavily behind the power curve. They won't even fit into your starting 11. And so you're just hoping, well, if I get a couple of 90 rateds and 91s, then I can go ahead and put that towards my Mbappe quest and try to get that squad building challenge. So everybody's just doing the SBCs and trying to get fodder, and then just to do more SBCs to try to get more fodder, and then those SBCs that you completed that fall behind the power curve just become fodder, and you submit that into the next SBC, and it just becomes a cycle of squad building challenges. And at that point, what even is content? What even is it? Squad building challenges were it was the most revolutionary thing that has come to Ultimate Team pretty much ever since the introduction of Ultimate Team. But now it is just becoming a vicious cycle. The next thing I want to talk about is the current chemistry system. While it has its perks, most definitely has its perks, most of those perks are within squad building challenges, where they don't require any chemistry or they make upgrade packs easier. But in general, when it comes to the actual chemistry itself, which matters, which is for your team that you go into matches with, well, you have to use players that are from popular nations this year, and you have to make sure that they link with a ton of players from the same league. And now you can't even go off and use some really weird league or a really weird nation because it is impossible to link them into a team unless you completely change your team to build around them. One of the examples of that card, well, it might be Gareth Bale here. This Gareth Bale card is actually doable because you at least have that Chiellini LAFC card, but when it comes to linking players that are Welsh or linking players from MLS, well, if I slap this into my squad right here, as you can see, it gets 0 chemistry in the squad. And if I wanted to get him to 3 chemistry, I would need to put Chiellini in. That would just be 1. I would need to put another MLS player in. That would get it to 2. And then I would need to put 1, 2, 3 more MLS players, making it 6 total MLS players just to get Gareth Bale on full chemistry. And that's just Bale. Maybe one of those MLS players is going to need another player from his club, making it 7 players to get them on full chemistry. So if you want to use Silas in your team, or you want to use Geraldo Becker, which was a SBC that came out earlier this year, and the card looked super usable at the time. It looked very good. It was an SBC player pick, but the fact that it could not be linked into a team at all made it a terrible SBC. If you take a look at those stats and understand that this came out way before the current power curve, way before this card was even close to being outdated, this card would have been so good in game, but it just was impossible to link because in previous FIFAs, you had an opportunity to get these cards on full chemistry just by linking them with one other player from their club in a position or in a formation that only had one other link. So all you needed to do was get one link to his club or one link to a player from that nation in their league. It only cost one link, all right? And even then, it would have been a little bit difficult for Geraldo Becker. Suriname is impossible to link with. But in the end, it would have been about 7 times easier in FIFA 22 or before than it is now, because now you would have needed to add about 7 or 8 other Bundesliga cards to get full chemistry on this Geraldo Becker, when in previous years, in theory, you could have done it with just one other player, making hybrid teams usable, making hybrid teams doable, and making the game a little bit more fun because you wouldn't see the same leagues, same cards, and same nations used in every single squad that you come up against in FUT Champs. If you've made it this far in the video, I do want to thank you guys for the support of my content. Whether you've liked the video, subscribed to the channel, or just clicked on this video and given me a chance to rant at you for the last 17 minutes, I appreciate you. And if you did make it this far, go ahead and comment the word PAX down below in the comment section, because that was a main topic today. And if you do that, you include it in your comment, or you just comment that by itself, I'll make sure to drop a heart in appreciation for you making it to the end, and I'll be able to tell who my OGs are really making it to the end of the videos. But as I said, we've got one more thing in this video about the worst things in FIFA 23, and that is gameplay. I mean, it was probably an elephant in the room. It's probably something that a lot of you were waiting on, but gameplay for me this year, miserable. Now, I'm not going to go out and outright say this is the worst FIFA gameplay that we've ever had, but it's in the conversation. Sure, you can throw out names like FIFA 19. Yeah, that was bad, maybe the worst game ever created in existence of video game history, and I think you have a fair argument there. But FIFA 23 hasn't been a very big improvement, and truthfully, since FIFA 17, have we had a good gameplay? I don't think the answer is yes. This year, we are absolutely littered with cutback goals, Trivela shots. We are littered with some of the most broken mechanics since FIFA 19, and on top of that, that is only when the gameplay is good. You get to just deal with that. And when you're trying to play this game at content release or the few hours after that, yeah, don't even give it a shot. It's like playing in quicksand and you're the one just hoping for the EA bounce back goal or the lucky shot that goes in, because you're barely controlling your players at that point because there's so much server traffic that the EA servers cannot physically handle it. And so your game is what gets sacrificed at the meantime. So unless you're playing at midnight or 2 to 3 a.m., you're not going to even get to enjoy the absolute terrible gameplay that it is, even when the servers are clean and players are passing when you actually click pass. Because if you're dealing with that as well, you might as well go watch paint dry or watch grass grow, because I think it would be more riveting and more exciting and enjoyable than what FIFA gameplay is in the hours that follow content release. There is so much wrong with gameplay that I could make it its own video, but I needed to at least include it at the end of today's video. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for today's video. If you skipped to the end of the video to try to find the secret comment word of the day, well, you better rewind because it was somewhere in there. I appreciate you guys making it to the end of the video, though. Make sure to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you are new for more FIFA 23 content. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.